It's a Henry Ruggs sentenced to 3 to 10 years in prison for a DUI crash. You know, these guys get all of this money just to throw it away on something so dumb. Like this guy was driving his car, they said up was 150 something miles an hour or something, some crazy 130. Maybe they're gonna say it in this article. I ain't read it all the way through. But some crazy in the neighborhood where the speed limit is like 40 miles an hour. So it was a ridiculous amount, leaving the club drunk, right? The thing is, why don't y'all have designated drivers when y'all leaving the club? You're not the first football player to kill somebody in a DUI crash, too. Don't they have people like following y'all around too? Because I don't even know if maybe he had 1 year in the league. Maybe he was 1 year in the league when this happened. It's a 10:32 a.m. Henry Ruggs attorney David Chisnoff and Richard Schoenfield just released a statement following Wednesday morning's hearing, promising that when the former football player is released from prison, he will return to making positive contributions to the community. I'm telling y'all, bro, if y'all would have heard that lady crying while she was being burnt up in that car, it was sad. And then he was sitting on the sidewalk. You could clearly tell he was drunk and he was crying. I'm like, oh my God, this is hard. This is hard to watch. Yeah. Is you telling me that's how fast he was driving, or are you asking me? It says Ruggs has accepted responsibility for his actions, entered a guilty plea, and now sentenced by the court. The lawyer said in court today, Mr. Ruggs expressed his sincere sadness for his loss of Miss Tinter and the impact that it has had on her loved ones. They added that Ruggs is prepared to serve his prison sentence. Former NFL star Henry Ruggs has been sentenced to 3 to 10 years in prison over the 2021 crash that resulted in the death of 23-year-old Tina Tinter and her dog. Y'all know why people don't play by their dogs too. The ex-Raiders wide receiver, that was a joke. The ex-Raiders wide receiver learned his fate just minutes ago inside the packed Las Vegas courtroom. Ruggs, 24 years old, showed up to Wednesday morning proceeding in a Navy suit and tie and issued an apology to Tinter's family right at the outset of the hearing. To the parents of the family, Ms. Tinter, I sincerely apologize for the pain and suffering my actions the morning of November 2nd, 2021 have caused you, your family, and those who knew Miss Tina and Max, he said. I want to ask y'all something. They say we have a right to a speedy and fair trial, but it seems all of these trials take 2 to 5 years to be completed. Do y'all think that's a speedy and fair trial? Speedy and fair? Not at all. I let my family, my teammates, and those who believed in me down with my actions and hurt so many, he added, that there was no excuse for his actions. The statement from Tinter's family was also read inside the courtroom before the judge made the ruling. Ruggs was then immediately remanded into custody. Let's see if this is the video. Let's see if we can.
Who doesn't love a good weekender bag? I love a good weekender bag too. Yes. Yeah, there's somebody in the car.
Can we get help? Can you please?
They're coming right now.
He is not unconscious. Hey, look at me. Look at my teeth, okay? Look at my teeth, okay? Look at me. Look at me. Look at me.
Hey, look, he pressed the right. You need help ASAP, bro.
Look. You see me? You see me? Oh. get him. He's knocked unconscious. Now, please.
They're coming. They're coming. They're coming.
This is sad to watch. Hard to watch. And the sad part about it, his girlfriend was in the car with him too. She could have died too. But all four people could have died. 3 people and dog could have died that night.
It's their fault.
That was sad. Very sad to watch. All over a drunken night. All over a drunken night. The person with the world in front of them. Oh, don't start now, computer. It's free trying to freeze up on me, y'all. Dang. Dang, this is crazy. RUGGS was initially facing more than 50 years behind bars in the case that the authorities accused him of drunkenly slamming his Corvette into the back of Tinter's RAV4 in Vegas, killing her and her golden retriever. But the former football player reached a deal with prosecutors back in May, agreeing to plead guilty to 1 felony count of DUI resulting in death and 1 misdemeanor of count of vehicular manslaughter in exchange for prison sentence that would not exceed 3 to 10 years. So I guess they don't know the full extent of what he's going to be sentenced. Dang. RUGGS, who will now be eligible for parole following his 3rd year in prison. Oh, so he eligible for parole now? Oh, hold on. RUGGS will now be eligible for parole following his 3rd year in prison. Was picked by the Raiders in the 1st round in the 2020 draft and has started 19 games in his 2 seasons with the team. The Orr released the following accident. Released him following the accident. Let me see how fast he was driving when it came up. Let me see. I got people telling me to call them. I'm tripping. Let me tell y'all how fast. Dang, it was more than what I said. It says Henry Ruggs, the former Las Vegas Raider player charged in a deadly 2021 car crash, pled guilty on Wednesday to driving while intoxicated at speeds up to 156 miles per hour before causing a fatal collision. This is crazy. You driving 156 miles an hour before you killed that lady, and you was drunk. Yeah, 156 miles an hour is dumb, and this is why I'm doing this right now. This stream right now, because our decisions can land us in a world of hurt. Just like that, a split decision. Thinking that you can drive intoxicating is one of the dumbest things ever. And they have whole movements out here against drunk drivers. What is it called? MAD. I think it's Mothers Against Drunk Drivers. They have whole movements out here because people kill people a lot because of drunk driving. I was reading a story of an Asian guy, right? Drunk in California. And I don't know why this person would be drunk at 12 o'clock. Said he was speeding, come around a curb, flying, killed 6 people that was at a bus stop with his car. 6 in California, drunk driving in the middle of the day. This is scary and sad that we have people out here that think they need to have a drink before they get behind the wheel. And what happens is people have this thing, and I don't know why we do this. When we get grace or we are able to complete something that we're not supposed to do, it makes us feel invincible as if we can do it again. Yeah, you didn't get caught the first time doing that illegal U-turn. That doesn't mean you won't get caught again. You didn't get caught the first time, drunk driving, but that doesn't mean you won't get caught the next time you do it. You didn't kill nobody the first time or yourself the first time you know, did whatever, God knows what, but that doesn't mean you won't get caught the next time. This is how sad a lot of this stuff is that we're doing as people. And that's why my board says I hate humans. Because I'm starting to learn more and more that people are dumb as fuck. People are dumb as fuck. Most of the things that we do in life is so self-inflicted that it's ridiculous. Emotionally, just think about people and women that are cutters that cut themselves and call that a place of refuge. You have people that literally cut themselves and call that a place of refuge. You have people that have low self-esteem. You have people that eat themselves into a bliss. Like when you watch My 600-Pound Lifestyle, and then you see these people having to go to psychiatric evaluations to see why would you eat yourself to you 600 pounds plus, 500 pounds plus. Like, why are you doing this to yourself? You don't feel like you don't see yourself getting out of breath every time you take 3 steps. You don't think it's an issue that you got to roll over out the bed and let somebody else come wipe your ass when you take a shit. You don't think it's weird that you have to take baths while you're in the bed. Like, they have a specified location to take baths, but you're in your bedroom literally taking a whole bath. That's what we call it, a whole bath. Henry Ruggs, sad part about it is he's famous. And to be honest, him being famous and people knowing who he is the reason that he probably got a lighter sentence. And this is why I did these cases back to back. He would get 3 to 10 years, and a person actually died. And I would say burning to death is probably worse than being shot to death. What do y'all think? Do y'all think being burnt to death is worse than being shot to death? And that's why I reviewed the Tory case before this. Y'all seen that video? All because of alcohol. And I don't want to get here and seem like I'm on my high horse, like I haven't, drunk driven before. Because I have. And I would tell y'all that was stupid too. Because I could have did the same exact thing. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me answer this call. What up, bro? Hello. Oh, hello. My bad. But yeah, but burning to death, Baz Man said it. Burning to death is definitely the worst thing. But like I said, also we got to take into account. Excuse me, we got to take into account. Ruggs did plead out too. Ruggs did plead out. And both of these black men were sentenced today by making dumb decisions in life, split second decisions, all alcohol induced. First, we reviewed Tory case, then we reviewed this case, and all of them have a common thing of being drunk. I don't want to be the guy that has to preach and tell people how to live their lives, but it's like a revolving door at this point. People continue to do the same things over and over and over. I think we have a glutton for pain. Most people don't love themselves. Most people do not love themselves. Most people don't know how to take care of themselves. Most people don't know how to eat correctly. Most people don't even know how to dress themselves correctly. Why you think y'all see so many women out here with their ass out and then get upset when people catcall them? Just think about that. How do you love yourself and you be half naked with your ass out, and then you get upset with people catcalling you, and then you tell people they should address you in a certain way? I grew up, I'm from an era where you grow up and you dress for the job, right? Or you dress for how you want people to talk to you, or you dress for how you want to be represented. If you're wearing clothing, the same kind of clothing as women that's on Figueroa Street in California. If you don't know what Figueroa Street is, it's a place where women sell cootie pop and they walk up and down in the same attire that a lot of y'all wear to the clubs. And then you get upset that men catcall you because you're out here dressed as a whore. Same thing with men. You have to be presentable. If being a gangster was wearing, back in the day when I was growing up, the tall tees, sagging pants, do-rags and stuff like that, if that was the attire of people that look like gangsters, you don't think people would be the old white lady clutching her purse when you walk by? Some people like to argue, oh, that's just the culture, that's just how he is. But at the same time, I grew up with guys that wore baggy jeans because they like to steal out the store. They will put rubber bands at the bottom of their pants, and they will put them inside. Well, they wore rubber bands for two reasons. They wore rubber bands because if you had some brand new Air Force Ones and you had some brand new jeans, you didn't want your jeans rubbing your Air Force Ones because it was going to leave a jean mark on your Air Force Ones. And also, they wore the rubber bands so when they walk into the store, they would throw stuff into their jeans because you wore them big ass jeans, and you don't want stuff falling out the bottom of your jeans. Like I said, you dress for how you want to be represented, talk to, approach. Hell, you can't even go see the president if you're not dressed a certain type of way. Like I said, people nowadays don't believe in time and place, common courtesy, decorum. Sad, sad reality. This is Henry Ruggs again, guys. Had his whole life ahead of him. 24 years old, a top recruit, first round draft pick in 2022. Great, was playing great for the Raiders. All ended on one drunken night. I'm going to say this again like I started. Don't learn how to fight while you're in a fight. This is your only life. Don't fuck it up. Don't learn how to fight while you're in a fight. This is your fight. This is your life. Don't fuck it up. You can do whatever you want to do in this. That's your skill to do. I can't say you can do whatever you want to do because that's leading people down the wrong road. Some people think they can fucking fly and be men, and they're women, or women and be men, or transition kids, and it's weird. We living in a weird time, but